You ever feel like the world is moving faster than you can keep up? That there's always someone ahead, always someone with more knowledge or better skills? What if I told you that you could stay ahead of 99% of people just by doing one simple thing every single day? Educating yourself. Every day. Imagine how much more confident you would feel knowing that you are growing, learning and improving every day. What if you could start today by dedicating just a small part of your day to learning something new? Whether it's reading, watching educational videos, or picking up a new skill, that small investment in yourself can pay off in ways you might not expect. In this fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in distractions. We spend hours scrolling, watching things that don't really add value to our lives. But what if instead of wasting that time you used it to grow? What if you took control of your future by making learning a daily habit? This might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. The more you educate yourself, the more ahead you'll be. And the more ahead you are, the more opportunities you'll have. It all starts with one choice. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to make education a part of your daily life, and how to stay ahead of everyone else who isn't doing it. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Commit to learning something new every single day. You know, one of the most important decisions you will ever make is to commit yourself to learning something new every single day. Every single day is an opportunity. It is an open door. And the truth is, most people walk right past it without even noticing. They get caught up in the rush. They get busy. They get distracted. They tell themselves they will get around to it someday. But someday never comes. If you want to stay ahead of 99% of people, you must decide that today is the day you become a student of life. Today is the day you become serious about your personal education. Education does not end when you leave school. That is when real education begins. School teaches you a few basics. Life teaches you everything else. And if you are not making a conscious effort to learn something new every day, you are slowly falling behind. Someone else out there is reading the books you skipped. Someone else is practicing the skills you keep putting off. Someone else is feeding their mind while you are feeding your distractions. You have to ask yourself what side you want to be on. Every morning when you wake up, you are given a choice. You can pick up your phone and scroll through other people's lives, or you can pick up a book and invest in your own. You can waste time complaining about what you don't have, or you can use that same time to learn something that will move you closer to where you want to be. Knowledge is not something you stumble across. It is something you go after with energy and with discipline. You have to want it bad enough to chase it. Some people say they do not have time, but look closer. How much time do you spend every day doing things that do not move you forward? Add it up. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. It becomes hours. What if you took just 30 minutes a day and put it toward learning? Imagine the difference it would make in a month. Imagine the difference it would make in a year. Imagine what it would do for your confidence, for your income, for your future. 30 minutes a day is not impossible. It is a decision. The beauty of learning is that it builds momentum. The more you learn, the more you want to learn. You start seeing connections between ideas. You start seeing possibilities where before you saw only walls. You start feeling proud of yourself because deep down every human being knows when they are growing and when they are standing still. Growth feels good. Stagnation eats at your spirit. Commit to learning every day and you will feel alive again. You will notice things you used to ignore. You will ask better questions. You will have better conversations. You will see solutions where other people see problems. You will be able to offer ideas when others have only complaints. Life will open up for you because you opened up your mind. It does not have to be complicated. You do not have to read 1,000 pages a day or listen to 10 hours of podcasts. You just need to do something. Learn a new word, study a new concept. Listen to a powerful idea and ask yourself how you can use it. Take small bites every day, and before you know it, you have built a feast of knowledge inside yourself. Learning is not about impressing other people. It is about equipping yourself to handle life better. When problems come, and they always do, will you be prepared or will you be panicked? When opportunities knock, will you recognize them or will you miss them because you were not ready? Learning gives you the tools to build the life you want. It gives you the courage to take risks. It gives you the wisdom to avoid the traps that ruin most people. And the truth is, most people are not doing it. Most people are on autopilot. They do the same things every day and wonder why nothing changes. They say they want a better life, but they do not back it up with daily learning. Wishing is cheap. Action costs effort. But the reward is everything. It is the ability to stand tall in a world where most are crawling. It is the ability to speak with confidence when others are silent. It is the ability to live a life that makes you proud instead of settling for one that leaves you feeling empty. If you want to stay ahead, you have to be intentional. You have to design your days around growth. Do not leave it to chance. Make it a rule for yourself. No matter what happens, you will learn something valuable today. No matter how busy you are, you will find the time. No matter how tired you feel, you will honor the commitment you made to yourself. Imagine the pride you will feel 6 months from now when you look back and realize you have learned 200 new things. Imagine how sharp your mind will feel. Imagine how many new doors will have opened. Imagine the respect you will have for yourself because you kept a promise that most people break before they even start. You do not have to be the smartest person in the room. You just have to be the most committed. You just have to show up for yourself every single day. You have to care enough about your future to make daily learning a non-negotiable part of your life. Some days it will feel easy. Some days it will feel like a chore. Do it anyway. Show yourself that your dreams are bigger than your excuses. Show yourself that you are willing to do what others will not. Because in the end, that is what separates the winners from the watchers. It is not talent. It is not luck. It is commitment. Daily, steady, powerful commitment. When you make learning a daily habit, you build a foundation that no one can take away from you. You carry your knowledge with you wherever you go. It becomes part of you. It sharpens your instincts. It protects you against ignorance. It keeps you young in mind and strong in spirit. Every book you read, every idea you explore, every new skill you practice, they add up. They stack on top of each other. They build you into someone extraordinary. It does not happen overnight. It happens over time, quietly, steadily, powerfully. And then one day you look around and realize you are standing where very few ever get to stand. You are confident. You are capable. You are calm under pressure. You are respected. You are ready for whatever life throws your way. Because you made the choice most people will never make. You chose to become better every day. So today decide. Decide that you will not waste another moment. Decide that you will no longer live on the level of your old knowledge. Decide that you will pursue growth with the same passion that you pursue comfort. Commit to learning something new every single day. And you will never again have to wonder if you are moving forward. You will know. You will feel it in your bones. You will see it in your results. and you will live a life that most only dream of because you earned it one day, one lesson, one commitment at a time. Chapter 2. Build a daily habit of reading for 30 minutes. Reading for 30 minutes a day can change everything about your future if you take it seriously. The truth is, the world is moving fast, and the people who are winning are the ones who refuse to stay the same. You cannot expect to grow if you are not feeding your mind with new ideas, new strategies, and new ways of thinking. Life rewards those who prepare for it, and preparation happens in the quiet moments when no one is watching. 30 minutes of reading every day is not a burden. It is a golden opportunity to sharpen your mind and build an advantage that most people are too lazy to create. There are people out there today who are struggling not because they are not talented, not because they are not hardworking, but because they stopped learning a long time ago. They thought once they finished school, they knew enough. But the game of life keeps changing, and the people who win are the ones who stay hungry to learn. You have to make reading a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. It is not a hobby. It is not a luxury. It is a discipline that shapes your thinking, strengthens your character, and stretches your vision of what is possible. When you commit to reading every day, you start to see the world differently. You pick up ideas that give you an edge. You understand things about people, about money, about leadership, about life that most people never take the time to understand. While others are guessing, you are operating with wisdom. While others are reacting emotionally, you are responding intelligently. And it all starts with a simple decision to sit down every day and open a book. It does not have to be complicated. You do not need to read for hours. You do not need to finish a book in a day. You just need to build the habit. 30 minutes of focused reading. That is it. Every single day. No excuses, no negotiation. You would be amazed what happens to your mind when you honor that small commitment every day. In a month, you could finish 2 or 3 books. In a year, you could finish 30 or 40. Now think about how much smarter, sharper, and more capable you would be after reading 40 life-changing books, compared to the person who scrolls aimlessly on their phone every day. The difference is not even close. The key is to choose books that challenge you. Choose books that stretch your understanding. Choose books that make you think deeper, not just books that entertain you. Entertainment will pass the time. Education will build your future. Most people spend their evenings lost in noise and nonsense. They let hours slip away and then complain about their lack of progress. You cannot live like that if you want to win. You have to take control of your mind and feed it what it needs to grow strong. Some people will tell you they are not readers. They say it proudly, as if it is a badge of honor. But if you are not a reader, you are choosing ignorance over wisdom. You are choosing limitation over expansion. You are choosing to stay small when you were meant to grow. Reading is not about speed. It is about consistency. It is about showing up for yourself every day, whether you feel like it or not, and planting seeds in your mind that will eventually bear fruit. You do not need a perfect setup. You do not need 2 hours of free time. You just need a chair, a book, and 30 minutes of focus. Turn off the distractions. Put your phone away. Sit down. Open the book. Get lost in the ideas. Let them sink into your mind. Let them challenge your assumptions. Let them inspire new actions. Every minute you spend doing this is an investment in a stronger, smarter version of yourself. Reading every day will teach you discipline. It will teach you patience. It will teach you how to think deeply when the world around you is shallow. It will teach you how to stay calm when others are panicking. It will teach you how to lead yourself before you try to lead anyone else. Most importantly, it will give you the confidence that comes from knowing you are growing when most people have stopped. The people who achieve extraordinary success are the ones who built strong daily habits when no one was clapping for them. They read the books no one else was willing to read. They studied when everyone else was wasting time. They did not look for shortcuts. They looked for understanding. They knew that 30 minutes of reading a day might not seem like much in the moment, but compounded over months and years, it would separate them from the pack in ways most people could not even imagine. Imagine you are sitting in a meeting a year from now. A problem comes up. Everyone is confused. Everyone is guessing. But you know the answer because you remember reading about it. Imagine you are trying to build a business and you avoid a major mistake because you read a book that opened your eyes to a better strategy. Imagine you are dealing with a tough moment in life and you stay strong because you read words that reminded you who you really are. These are the hidden advantages that daily reading gives you. You cannot always see them being built day by day, but they are being built. Most people are not willing to do this. They want the rewards without the discipline. They want the success without the sacrifice. They want the life without the learning. But it does not work that way. You have to be willing to do what is uncommon if you want an uncommon life. And reading for 30 minutes a day is one of the simplest but most powerful ways you can set yourself apart. If you are serious about your goals, you have to be serious about your growth. You cannot afford to leave it to chance. You cannot afford to hope you get smarter by accident. You have to design your days so that growth becomes inevitable. You have to make daily reading a sacred time. A time you protect fiercely because you understand how much is riding on it. Your future deserves that kind of respect. Your dreams deserve that kind of discipline. There will be days when you do not feel like it. Days when you are tired. Days when you are busy. Days when you are frustrated. Do it anyway. Read anyway. Protect that 30 minutes like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your financial future, your emotional health, your leadership ability, your relationships, they are all impacted by the quality of your mind. And the quality of your mind is impacted by what you put into it daily. If you want to become someone who stands out in a world full of people who have given up on learning, build the daily habit of reading for 30 minutes without fail. Make it part of who you are. Make it part of your identity. When someone asks you what you do for personal growth, you should be able to answer without hesitation that you read daily because you are committed to becoming your best self. Success does not come to those who are lucky. It comes to those who prepare. It comes to those who sharpen their skills while others are distracted. It comes to those who choose 30 minutes of reading over 30 minutes of mindless entertainment. It comes to those who invest in themselves when there is no guarantee of immediate payoff. But there is a guarantee if you stick with it. Over time, you will become someone others look up to. Over time, you will become someone you are proud of. You deserve to live the life you dream about. But that dream demands a better version of you. And a better version of you is built through simple daily disciplines repeated over time. Reading for 30 minutes a day may seem small, but small things done daily create a life that is anything but small. They create a life that is rich, deep, strong, and full of possibility. So make the decision. Set your time. Pick your books. Create your space. And honor your future by building the habit that will make it possible. Read every day. Grow every day. Strengthen yourself every day. It is not just about staying ahead of others. It is about staying true to the person you are capable of becoming. That person is waiting on the other side of your daily choices. Choose wisely. Choose to build the habit that will change everything. Choose to read. Choose to grow. Choose to win. Chapter 3. Study successful people and copy their winning habits. If you want to get ahead in life faster than most people ever will, one of the smartest things you can do is study successful people and copy their winning habits. Success leaves clues. It is not random. It does not happen by accident. It happens because certain patterns of behavior are repeated over and over until they produce extraordinary results. You do not have to guess your way to success. You do not have to invent everything yourself. You can learn from the people who have already done it and shortcut your journey by copying what works. Find the people who have built the life you want. Look at how they live. Look at what they prioritize. Notice what they do every single day. Pay attention to the way they think, the way they act, the way they manage their time. Successful people are not guessing their way through life. They are living intentionally. Every action they take is designed to move them closer to their goals. Every habit they build is connected to a bigger vision of who they are becoming. You can waste years trying to figure it out on your own, or you can study those who have already figured it out. Look for patterns. What do they read? How do they spend their mornings? How do they react when things go wrong? How do they handle pressure? How do they protect their focus? How do they treat other people? These are not small details. These are the secrets to why they are winning when others are stuck. Once you see the patterns, you need to copy them. Do not just admire them. Do not just talk about them. Do not just write them down. Copy them. Take their habits and make them yours. If you want to be disciplined, copy how they structure their day. If you want to be mentally strong, copy how they deal with setbacks. If you want to be financially successful, copy how they manage their money. You do not need to copy their personality. You do not need to be someone you are not. You just need to copy the behaviors that produce results. Copy the habits that build strength, clarity, focus, resilience, and leadership. Success is not about luck. It is about the habits you build day after day. And the fastest way to build the right habits is to model them after the people who have already built the life you want. You will notice something when you study successful people closely. They are not wasting their energy on distractions. They are not chasing every shiny thing that comes their way. They have a clear focus and they protect it fiercely. They wake up early. They plan their days. They invest in themselves. They keep promises to themselves. They push through discomfort. They stay hungry for growth even when they are already winning. These are not accidents. These are choices repeated so often that they become who they are. You have to ask yourself if you are willing to do the same. It is easy to admire winners from a distance. It is harder to live the way they live. It is harder to hold yourself to that standard every day. But if you want what they have, you have to do what they do. There is no other way. Success is rented, and the rent is due every day. Every day you copy winning habits, you are paying the rent. Every day you skip the work, you fall further behind. When you start copying winning habits, your life will begin to change in ways you cannot even imagine right now. You will start thinking more clearly. You will start making better decisions. You will start handling pressure with more calm and strength. You will start seeing opportunities that were invisible to you before. You will start attracting better people into your life. And it will all trace back to the small daily choices you made to study successful people and copy how they live. Some people will criticize you. They will say you are being fake. They will say you are trying too hard. Ignore them. Most people are not willing to change. Most people are comfortable staying the same and hoping life gets better by accident. But life does not reward hope. It rewards disciplined action. If you want a better life, you have to build yourself into a better person, and that means adopting the habits that create strength, success, and leadership. The reason most people never change is because they do not study. They guess, they wing it. They hope it all works out. You cannot live like that if you want to win. You need a strategy. You need a blueprint. And studying successful people gives you that blueprint. It shows you what works so you can stop wasting time on what does not. Pick a handful of people who inspire you and dive deep into how they live. Read their biographies. Watch their interviews. Listen to how they explain their thinking. Study their routines. Notice their discipline. Pay attention to what they avoid as much as to what they pursue. Success is often less about what you add and more about what you eliminate. Successful people eliminate distractions, eliminate excuses, eliminate negative people, eliminate bad habits. Copy that. When you model your behavior after winners, you start to create momentum. You start to build habits that serve you instead of sabotage you. You start to become someone you respect deeply. And once you respect yourself, you move differently. You stop tolerating nonsense. You stop settling for less. You stop wasting time on things that do not move you forward. You will find that winning habits are not glamorous most of the time. They are simple. They are consistent. They are often boring. But they work. Waking up early is not glamorous. Planning your day is not glamorous. Reading instead of scrolling is not glamorous. Practicing discipline when no one is watching is not glamorous. But these small actions, repeated with discipline, create a life most people can only dream about. You have to be honest with yourself. Are your current habits setting you up for the life you want? If not, it is time to change them. It is time to replace the weak habits with strong ones. It is time to build a new identity based on the habits of the people you admire. You cannot just wish for success. You have to live in a way that demands success. There will be days when you fall short. There will be days when you slip. That is normal. What matters is that you get back on track quickly. Winners are not perfect. They are persistent. They fall and they get back up fast. They do not let one bad day turn into a bad week. They do not let one mistake turn into a new identity. They correct course quickly because they understand the power of momentum. The more you copy winning habits, the more those habits become automatic. At first it will feel awkward. It will feel uncomfortable. You will want to quit. Push through that phase. Stick with it long enough for it to feel natural. One day you will wake up and realize you no longer have to force discipline. It has become who you are. It has become your default setting. Study successful people not just for inspiration but for instruction. Do not just admire their results. Copy their process. Copy their mindset. Copy their level of focus. Copy their hunger for growth. Copy their willingness to do hard things when it would be easier to quit. The more you model winning habits, the more you set yourself up for a life of strength, freedom, and real success. You were not born to live an average life. You were born with potential that most people will never tap into because they refuse to change. But you can be different. You can choose to be a student of success. You can choose to build your life on strong foundations instead of weak emotions. You can choose to be intentional instead of accidental. Build a life that you are proud of. Build a life that is strong, focused, disciplined, and resilient. Build a life that inspires others to do better. And it all starts with a simple but powerful decision. Study successful people and copy their winning habits. Make their habits your habits. Make their focus your focus. Make their discipline your discipline. You are capable of far more than you think, but capability without action means nothing. Take action today. Study, copy, build, win. Chapter 4. Challenge yourself to master one new skill monthly. To truly grow, you have to challenge yourself, stretch your limits, and make continuous improvement a non-negotiable part of your life. If you want to become the best version of yourself, if you want to stay ahead of the pack, you have to master new skills regularly. It's not enough to just go through life and get comfortable with what you already know. You have to push beyond that. You have to make learning a habit, a mission, and commit to mastering one new skill every single month. I'm talking about real growth here. This is not about checking off a list or gaining a superficial level of knowledge. This is about diving in and becoming proficient at something that will change the way you think, the way you work, and the way you live your life. Every new skill you acquire opens up new possibilities and adds layers to your potential. You don't grow when you stay in your comfort zone. Growth happens when you step outside of it and challenge yourself to become more than what you were yesterday. Let's break this down. Imagine you are going to challenge yourself to master one new skill every month. Think about how much you could accomplish over the next year. That's 12 new skills in just 12 months. That's 12 opportunities to elevate your life, 12 ways to boost your confidence, 12 areas where you could stand out from the crowd. And this is just the beginning. If you keep pushing yourself to learn and grow, the possibilities are endless. The key is consistency. It's not about mastering everything in one go. It's about taking small, manageable steps every single day that build up to a skill you can truly own. Start with something that excites you, something that challenges you, something that will give you an edge. It could be anything. Learn a new language. Master a new software tool. Develop your public speaking skills. Learn how to code. Improve your ability to communicate. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something that forces you to step up, something that will push you out of your comfort zone and stretch your capabilities. When you commit to mastering one skill per month, you're telling yourself that you are going to take your development seriously. You're not just waiting for opportunities to come your way. You're actively creating them. Every time you learn something new, you're equipping yourself with tools that make you more adaptable, more resourceful, and more capable. This approach will not only increase your knowledge, but also transform your mindset. It will teach you how to focus, how to persist, and how to overcome challenges. And every single skill you acquire will serve you in ways you may not even expect. There is a lot of power in skill building. Skills are the foundation of success. When you acquire new skills, you open doors to new opportunities. You become more versatile and better equipped to deal with the challenges life throws your way. No matter what field you're in, no matter what you want to achieve, skills matter. Whether it's mastering a language to communicate with more people, learning a technical skill to advance in your career, or improving your leadership abilities to inspire a team, Each skill is a step toward becoming who you are meant to be. The first step is to decide, what's the one skill you are going to master this month? Choose something that excites you and challenges you. Choose something that will make a difference in your personal or professional life. And then make a plan. Set aside time each day to learn and practice. Break the skill down into manageable chunks. Every day, focus on improving just a little bit. Celebrate small wins. Don't worry about mastering everything right away. Just focus on making steady progress. The important part is committing to the process. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. It happens through consistent practice, through making mistakes and learning from them, through pushing through frustration and doubt, and through dedicating time and effort toward improvement. As you continue this practice month after month, you will begin to notice something extraordinary. You'll look back after a year and realize you've transformed into someone entirely different. You've become more capable, more confident, and more prepared for whatever life has to offer. And let me tell you, there's something incredibly satisfying about looking back at all the things you've learned and realizing just how far you've come. Not only does it boost your confidence, but it also opens up new possibilities. The more you learn, the more opportunities you'll see. New skills mean new doors. They mean new jobs, new relationships, new ways to serve others, and new ways to contribute to the world around you. But let's be real. It's not always easy. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed. There will be times when you want to quit. But that's when the real growth happens. When you feel like quitting, that's when you need to push through the most. It's not about getting everything perfect. It's about getting better. It's about stepping outside your comfort zone and taking risks. It's about challenging yourself to stick with it. Even when the process feels slow or frustrating, you will face setbacks. You will fail. You will doubt yourself. But you must learn to embrace these moments. They are part of the journey. Every failure is just another lesson learned, another step forward. Success isn't a straight line. It's filled with twists and turns, highs and lows. But if you can learn to handle those setbacks, if you can keep going despite the challenges, you'll come out stronger on the other side. That's why mastering one new skill per month is so powerful. It forces you to stay committed. It forces you to keep going, even when it's hard. And when you look back at all the skills you've mastered, you'll realize that the effort was worth it. You'll see how much stronger you've become. You'll see how much more equipped you are to handle whatever life throws at you. As you build this habit, your confidence will grow. The more skills you master, the more capable you will feel. You will stop doubting your potential because you'll have evidence to back it up. You'll have a track record of success, and that confidence will spill over into every area of your life. You'll also notice something else. The people around you will start to notice your growth. They'll see the difference in how you carry yourself, how you think, and how you perform. They'll see your dedication to improvement, your willingness to push through challenges, and your ability to adapt. This will set you apart from the crowd. It will make you more valuable, more influential, and more respected. But don't just do it for the recognition. Do it for yourself. Do it because you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Do it because you believe in your potential. Do it because you know that growth is not optional. It's a requirement. It's the key to living a fulfilled, successful life. So what are you waiting for? What's the skill you're going to master this month? Take action now. Don't wait for the perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. Start today, right now, and commit to mastering one skill every single month. Let this be the year you challenge yourself to grow, to become more than you were yesterday, to step into your full potential. The only limit is the one you place on yourself. You have everything you need to succeed. It's time to unlock that potential and start mastering the skills that will take you to new heights. Keep pushing, keep learning, and keep growing. The best version of yourself is waiting for you on the other side. Chapter 5. Watch educational videos instead of wasting time scrolling. The way we use our time has a direct impact on our success. We live in a world filled with distractions. Everywhere you look, there's something vying for your attention, pulling you away from the things that matter most. Social media, streaming services, and mindless scrolling have become the go-to ways people kill time. And while these things can be fun, they often end up wasting precious hours that you could be using to grow, learn, and develop yourself. We all know the feeling. You open your phone to check something quick, and before you know it, an hour has passed. You've gone from one post to the next, scrolling through endless content, watching video after video, but not really gaining anything of value. Your mind becomes numb, and the time you could have spent on something productive is gone. But here's the truth. You have the power to take control of your time. You can choose to stop wasting it and start investing it in ways that will help you grow. And one of the most effective ways to do this is by replacing mindless scrolling with educational videos. Instead of endlessly consuming entertainment or shallow content, start watching videos that can teach you something new, something that will help you grow personally or professionally. Let's talk about why this is so important. Every single day, we have an opportunity to learn something new. There's so much knowledge out there, and a wealth of experts, professionals, and educators ready to share their insights. And the best part, you don't have to go to a traditional classroom to access it. You can access world-class education right from your phone, computer, or tablet, all without ever leaving your home. The question isn't whether or not the knowledge is available, it's whether you're taking the time to engage with it. Imagine the difference it would make in your life if you took just 30 minutes a day and devoted that time to watching educational content. That's only half an hour, but over time it adds up. You're gaining new insights, learning new skills, and putting yourself in a better position to succeed. You're not just filling time, you're investing in your future. 30 minutes a day doesn't seem like much, but over the course of a month, that's 15 hours. That's an entire work week's worth of learning. And in a year, that's 180 hours, equivalent to more than 7 full days of solid, focused learning. The truth is, the time you spend scrolling through social media could be better spent building your knowledge, your skills, and your mindset. You could use that time to watch videos that will inspire you, videos that will teach you valuable life skills, or videos that will improve your professional expertise. You could learn about finance, health, leadership, personal development, or any number of topics that will give you the edge. Instead of allowing time to slip away without any real benefit, you can make it work for you by choosing to engage in learning activities. Let's be real for a moment. You are never going to get those hours back. Every minute you spend mindlessly scrolling is a minute you could have used to enhance your life in some way. The longer you wait to make this shift, the more time you'll waste. But you don't need to make a huge leap. You don't need to completely cut off entertainment or social media, although that might be a good idea long term. You simply need to start making more conscious decisions about how you spend your time. Start by looking at your phone, tablet, or computer as tools for learning. Set aside specific times throughout your day to watch educational videos. Maybe it's during your morning coffee. Maybe it's on your lunch break or before you go to bed. It doesn't matter when, as long as you're intentional about it. And you don't have to dive into long documentaries or lectures. Just a short 10-minute to 20-minute video can pack a punch if it's teaching you something valuable. You might be wondering, what kind of videos should you be watching? It depends on what you want to achieve. If you're looking to advance your career, consider watching videos about your industry, about leadership, or about specific skills that will make you more effective in your work. If you're interested in personal development, there are countless videos on topics like goal setting, mindset, and time management. You could watch TED Talks or videos from thought leaders who are experts in their fields. There are free courses and tutorials on everything from digital marketing to coding to art and design. Whatever you want to learn, there's a video out there that can help you. But here's the thing, it's not enough to simply watch these videos passively. You have to engage with the material, take notes, reflect on what you've learned, ask yourself how you can apply the information to your life. Don't just absorb knowledge, use it. Try out the strategies or skills you learn about. Implement them into your routine and see how they can improve your results. In fact, you could make learning a game. Challenge yourself to watch one educational video every day for a month. Track your progress. What do you learn? How does it change the way you think or work? What new habits can you implement based on what you've learned? The more you make learning a consistent habit, the more natural it will become. It will feel just as good, if not better, than scrolling through social media, and the results you see will be far more rewarding. But let's not sugarcoat it. Making this change isn't easy. Social media and entertainment are designed to capture your attention and keep you hooked. The endless scroll of videos and posts can be incredibly addictive, and breaking free from it can feel like an uphill battle. But this is where you have to take control. If you want to improve your life, if you want to stay ahead of the crowd, you have to make conscious decisions about how you use your time. It's easy to get lost in the noise of social media, but you have the power to focus on what matters most. Remember, time is your most precious resource. You can never get it back once it's gone. The hours you spend scrolling can never be recovered, but the time you spend learning and growing can pay dividends for the rest of your life. So make the decision today to use your time more wisely. Start watching educational videos. Begin investing in your future, and watch how much your life can change. Over time, you'll see the results. You'll be smarter, more capable, and better prepared for whatever comes your way. Instead of wasting time, you'll be using it to build a brighter, more successful future for yourself. Chapter 6. Write down 3 things you learned before sleeping. Before you go to bed tonight, ask yourself one question: what did I learn today? Not just facts or trivia, but real insights that can shape your life. The answer to that question can be the beginning of a transformation. See, too many people go through their day without taking time to reflect on what they've learned. The day passes, and by the time they lay down to sleep, their minds are full of noise, distractions, regrets, or worries, leaving no space for meaningful reflection. But here's the thing: learning doesn't stop when the clock hits 5 p.m. or when you leave work. Learning is an ongoing process that should continue even as you wind down at night. Your mind is still working, even when you're not actively thinking about anything. That's why it's crucial to create a habit of reflection every single day. And one of the best ways to do this is by writing down 3 things you learned before you go to bed. It's a simple habit, but it's one that can profoundly impact your growth and development. You might be wondering, why is this so important? The reason is simple. The more you consciously engage with what you learn, the more it sticks with you. It's like putting a lock on the lessons you've gained throughout the day so that they stay with you, shaping your actions and mindset. Think about it like this. If you don't reflect on what you've learned, all that information is just floating around in your mind, unsure of its place. When you write it down, you anchor it, you bring it into the real world. It becomes tangible, actionable, and real. This practice is not just about jotting down random things you remember from the day. It's about being intentional with your learning. When you take the time to reflect, you ask yourself, what did I learn today that I didn't know yesterday? What insight can I apply to make my life better? What lesson can I carry with me tomorrow? This is where growth begins, in the small moments of everyday reflection. Let's break it down. The key here is to commit to writing down 3 things you learned before sleeping. It doesn't have to be complex, and it doesn't have to be monumental knowledge. The key is to make this a habit. It could be a personal insight, a lesson from a book you read, a concept from a podcast, or even something you learned from an interaction with someone. The point is to intentionally engage with your learning each day, and by doing so, you'll begin to see a ripple effect in your life. But like any habit, it requires discipline. It requires making it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. The beauty of this habit is that it doesn't take long to do. You don't need to write a novel. 3 things is enough. 3 things can be enough to help you develop the mindset of a lifelong learner. At the end of the day, when you sit down and write those 3 things, you're already starting to create a shift in your thinking. You're beginning to see opportunities for learning everywhere. You're building a mindset that actively seeks growth, instead of letting the day slip away without gaining anything. Now let's talk about the impact of this simple habit. Writing down 3 things you learned before you sleep does more than just help you retain information. It also helps you prioritize what truly matters. You start to pay attention to the lessons and insights that matter most to you. Over time, you'll find that your ability to learn increases exponentially. You'll start recognizing learning moments in real time. What once seemed like a fleeting interaction or experience now becomes an opportunity to grow. The beauty of this habit lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require anything fancy or difficult, just a few minutes of your time each night. You don't have to be a scholar or an expert to do this. You just have to be willing to reflect, to be intentional about what you're learning, and to take the time to write it down. The more consistent you are, the more powerful the results will be. As you write down 3 things each night, you'll also begin to notice something interesting. A pattern begins to form. The things you're learning are connected. They build on each other. You'll start recognizing themes that show up in your life, whether it's lessons about resilience, about relationships, or about personal growth. These 3 things are not isolated. They're part of a larger journey. Writing them down gives you a roadmap of your growth, helping you track your progress over time. Let's also address the impact this can have on your mindset. When you make a habit of reflecting on what you've learned, you're not just taking in knowledge, you're shifting the way you view the world. You begin to see the world through the lens of learning. Instead of feeling stuck, frustrated, or confused, you'll start seeing every challenge as an opportunity to learn. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every success is a chance to build on what you know. Your mindset will shift from one of scarcity to one of abundance. You'll begin to believe that there is always something to learn, something to gain, something to grow from. This habit also serves as a powerful reminder to be present. We often rush through the day, focused on what's next or what we didn't accomplish. But when you make it a point to reflect on the day before you go to bed, you're forced to pause and think. You're forced to look back and say, what did I really learn today? How did I grow today? This pause can bring clarity, peace, and a sense of accomplishment, even on the most challenging days. It's important to realize that this habit doesn't just serve you, it serves others as well. The more you learn and grow, the more you'll have to offer the people around you. You'll become a resource, a source of wisdom and insight. Your relationships will benefit, your career will benefit, and your sense of purpose will grow stronger. You'll inspire those around you to take their own learning seriously, to make reflection a part of their daily routine as well. Now let's get practical. To make this habit stick, you need to commit. Find a notebook, a journal, or even a digital note-taking app, and use it exclusively for this practice. It should be easy for you to access at night, a place where you can quickly write down your 3 lessons. Make it a part of your winding down ritual before bed. It doesn't have to take long. 5 to 10 minutes is all it takes. Just 3 things. Write them down, reflect on them, and close your day with intention. Over time, you'll see the results. You'll become more aware of the lessons you're learning each day. Your growth will be tangible, and you'll realize that this small habit, done consistently, has led you to a place of greater wisdom, clarity, and purpose. You'll start to see the connections between the things you learn, and you'll have a clearer sense of where you're headed in life. So before you go to bed tonight, take a moment to write down 3 things you learned today. Whether they're big or small, important or simple, they all matter. They all contribute to the person you're becoming. This practice is more than just about learning. It's about taking ownership of your life and your growth. It's about becoming the kind of person who is constantly evolving, constantly improving, and always moving forward. Make this habit a part of your daily routine, and you'll begin to see just how much potential is locked inside of you. Chapter 7. Surround yourself with people who value daily growth. If you want to grow, you need to surround yourself with people who are also focused on growth. That's one of the most powerful decisions you can make in your life. The people you spend time with have an incredible impact on your mindset, your behavior, and ultimately your future. I'm sure you've heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a reason that saying exists. It's the truth. When you surround yourself with people who value growth, you're not just surrounding yourself with good company. You're surrounding yourself with individuals who push you, challenge you, and elevate your standards. These are the people who hold you accountable, who encourage you to do better, to be better, and to aim higher. They're not satisfied with complacency, and they'll never allow you to be either. Now, I'm not saying that you need to completely cut ties with everyone who isn't a growth-oriented person, but I am saying that you need to make a conscious effort to surround yourself with those who lift you up. Too many people settle for mediocrity because that's what the people around them are settling for. They talk about their dreams but never actually take action on them. They live their lives just going through the motions. They're comfortable with being average. The thing is, if you spend too much time with people who don't have any ambitions, who don't value self-improvement or growth, you'll start to adopt that same mentality. You'll start to think that it's okay to just get by. You'll start to convince yourself that the bare minimum is enough, that staying where you are is good enough. But let me tell you something, it's not. It never will be. If you want to truly grow, you need to surround yourself with people who challenge you to level up. People who have the same hunger for success, for knowledge, and for self-improvement that you do. People who are constantly pushing themselves to be better, to do better, and to achieve more. These are the people who will inspire you to stretch your limits, to take on challenges that you never thought possible, and to overcome obstacles that would have held you back otherwise. You see, growth isn't always easy. It requires effort, it requires discipline, and it requires an environment that supports it. If the people around you are content with staying in their comfort zones, then it will be much harder for you to break out of yours. You need to be around people who will motivate you to step outside of that comfort zone, to push past the fears and doubts that come with growth. These people won't let you settle for anything less than your best. And it's not just about finding people who are already successful, though that can certainly be part of it. It's about finding people who are on the same journey as you, who are striving for the same things, who are willing to put in the effort every single day. When you surround yourself with others who are committed to their own growth, it creates an atmosphere of mutual encouragement. You feed off of each other's energy, and it becomes a cycle of constant improvement. The best part is, these people don't have to be perfect. In fact, nobody is perfect, and nobody has it all figured out. But what matters is that they're willing to put in the work. They understand that growth is a lifelong journey, and they're committed to making progress every day. They're not afraid to fail, because they understand that failure is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. And they're not afraid to hold you accountable, because they know that accountability is what drives results. Think about it. If you surround yourself with people who value growth, you'll have a built-in support system. When you're struggling, they'll remind you of your potential. When you're feeling discouraged, they'll encourage you to keep going. When you're about to give up, they'll push you to keep pushing forward. These are the people who will help you stay focused on your goals, even when it's hard. These are the people who will help you grow when you don't think you can grow anymore. But here's the thing, you have to be willing to be that person for others too. If you want to be surrounded by people who value growth, you need to be the type of person who values growth as well. You need to be someone who is constantly working on yourself, constantly improving, and constantly striving to be better. When you embody that mindset, you attract the same kind of people into your life. You become the type of person who others look to for inspiration, encouragement, and motivation. This is why it's so important to be intentional about who you spend your time with. Don't just hang out with people who make you feel comfortable. Don't just spend time with people who aren't challenging you or pushing you to grow. Find people who inspire you, who make you think bigger, and who make you want to be better. These people will elevate your life in ways you never thought possible. And remember, surrounding yourself with people who value growth doesn't just mean being around successful people. It means being around people who are on the same journey of self-improvement, people who are committed to becoming the best version of themselves just like you are. It means being around people who have the same mindset, the same values, and the same drive to improve. Now, I know it can be difficult sometimes. We all have people in our lives who may not support our growth. We may have friends or family members who don't understand why we're so focused on improving ourselves. They may criticize us for working so hard or for prioritizing our goals. But here's the truth, their opinions don't matter. What matters is that you're committed to your own growth and you're surrounding yourself with people who understand that commitment. If you find yourself in situations where the people around you aren't supportive of your growth, it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to distance yourself from negative influences. You don't have to completely cut people out of your life, but you do need to set boundaries and be intentional about the time you spend with people who hold you back. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to be better, who push you to do more, and who inspire you to keep going even when it's tough. Remember, the people you spend time with will have a direct impact on the person you become. If you want to grow, if you want to achieve your goals and reach your full potential, you need to surround yourself with people who value growth just as much as you do. Choose your company wisely, because they will either help you rise to the occasion or hold you back from reaching your true potential. So take a look at the people around you. Are they encouraging your growth? Are they challenging you to be better? Are they pushing you to take the next step, to become the best version of yourself? If not, it might be time to reevaluate your circle. Surround yourself with people who value growth, and you'll find that your own growth becomes inevitable. Chapter 8. Invest money every month into books and online courses. In today's world, one of the most powerful investments you can make is in your own knowledge. It's easy to see why many people focus their efforts on investing in assets, stocks, or real estate, but the truth is that none of those things will bring lasting wealth unless you invest in your mind first. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more equipped you become to navigate the challenges life throws at you. Investing money each month into books and online courses is one of the most straightforward ways to guarantee continuous growth, both personally and professionally. It's an investment that pays dividends in the form of new skills, greater knowledge, and a more focused mindset. Too often, people overlook the immense value that reading and education hold in shaping their future. It's easy to dismiss the idea of spending money on books or courses, especially when there are so many other expenses competing for our attention. However, the benefits of investing in your education are far-reaching. Knowledge is a multiplier. It opens doors that money cannot buy, enhances your ability to think critically, and helps you make smarter decisions. The more you invest in your learning, the more you position yourself for success, no matter your field or ambitions. The simple truth is that the most successful people in the world are those who never stop learning. It's not enough to rest on your laurels or assume that the knowledge you acquired in the past will be sufficient. In order to thrive, you must stay ahead of the curve. Technology, trends, and best practices evolve at a rapid pace. By dedicating a portion of your income each month to expanding your knowledge, you ensure that you remain relevant in an ever-changing world. The investment you make today will compound over time, building your confidence, skill set, and expertise. Books and online courses are both incredibly accessible forms of learning, and they offer a wealth of information on virtually every topic imaginable. Whether you're trying to learn how to manage your finances better, improve your time management skills, or become more effective in your personal or professional life, there are countless resources available to guide you. Some people view books and courses as expenses, but the truth is that they are investments with a high return. When you think about it, spending a few $100s on a course that teaches you how to build a successful business or improve your leadership skills is nothing compared to the financial gains you could make by applying that knowledge. Books have always been a cornerstone of personal development. They offer timeless wisdom and insight into the minds of those who have come before us. Think about the authors whose works have shaped the course of history. People like Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, or Tony Robbins. These individuals shared their experiences and knowledge in ways that continue to inspire and educate millions of people to this day. By investing in books, you tap into a treasure trove of ideas that can change your perspective and alter the course of your life. There's also a certain beauty in reading books. Unlike the fast-paced nature of many online resources, books provide the time and space to delve deeply into a subject. They allow you to take your time, digest information, and think critically about how you can apply what you've learned. Whether it's a self-help book, a business book, or a biography of someone you admire, reading allows you to explore different viewpoints and gain a deeper understanding of the world. This in turn helps you grow and develop your own thoughts and ideas. But in today's digital age, there's no shortage of online courses that can provide you with valuable knowledge. These courses offer a more interactive way to learn and often include videos, lectures, and other resources that can supplement what you're reading. If you're a visual learner or prefer a more structured format, online courses are an excellent way to invest in your education. The beauty of online courses is that they allow you to learn at your own pace. You can fit them into your schedule whenever you have the time, which makes it easier to balance your educational pursuits with the demands of daily life. More than that, online courses often provide access to a community of like-minded individuals. This is especially valuable if you're learning something new or trying to develop a new skill. Being part of a community of learners allows you to ask questions, exchange ideas, and gain feedback from others who are going through the same journey. This sense of belonging can be incredibly motivating and can help keep you on track when you face challenges or setbacks. One of the most important benefits of investing in books and courses is that it's an investment in yourself. Think about it. When you invest in real estate or stocks, the value is tied to external factors. The market fluctuates, properties depreciate, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. But when you invest in your knowledge, the return is guaranteed. No one can take away the knowledge you gain from a book or course, and the more you learn, the more capable you become of navigating life's obstacles. But investing in yourself is not just about personal growth. It's about creating opportunities for your future. If you want to earn more money, you need to acquire the skills that make you more valuable. Whether you're learning how to start your own business, how to become a better leader, or how to manage your money more effectively, each book and course you invest in gives you the tools to take your career or life to the next level. Consider the power of compounding knowledge. Just as compound interest makes your money grow over time, the more knowledge you acquire, the more opportunities you'll be able to take advantage of. Small improvements in your knowledge can lead to big changes in your life. For instance, by learning about effective time management, you may find that you're able to accomplish more in less time, leading to greater productivity and the ability to take on more projects. By learning about marketing, you may be able to grow your business faster and more efficiently. Another benefit of dedicating part of your income to books and online courses is that it forces you to be intentional about your growth. Many people go through life without a clear plan for their personal development, but by allocating a specific amount of money each month for education, you're taking a proactive approach to your future. This habit helps keep you focused on your goals and reminds you that learning should never stop. By investing money into your education, you're prioritizing your growth and setting yourself up for success. The great thing about books and online courses is that they offer knowledge that is immediately applicable. Whether you're learning how to negotiate better, how to manage your time, or how to improve your relationships, the things you learn are often actionable right away. This means that you can start seeing results in your life almost immediately, which is an incredibly rewarding feeling. The bottom line is that investing money into books and online courses is one of the best decisions you can make. The value that you receive from these resources is priceless. By committing to invest in your education each month, you're ensuring that you're always growing, always learning, and always improving. The world is constantly changing, and the most successful people are those who adapt and continue learning throughout their lives. If you want to position yourself for success, make the decision today to invest in yourself, to invest in your knowledge, and to invest in your future. Every dollar you spend on books and courses is a dollar that will come back to you in the form of new opportunities, new skills, and a brighter future. Chapter 9. Replace entertainment time with personal development time. It's easy to get caught up in the endless cycle of entertainment. Whether it's watching TV shows, scrolling through social media, or spending hours on video games, entertainment has become an escape from the pressures of life. For many, it's a way to unwind and distract themselves from the challenges they face. However, if we're truly committed to growth, success, and becoming the best versions of ourselves, we must start evaluating how we spend our time. Entertainment, while enjoyable, often takes up far too much of our precious time, leaving little room for personal development. If we want to create meaningful change in our lives, we need to replace some of that entertainment time with time dedicated to personal development. The time you spend on entertainment can often be mindless, passive, and ultimately unproductive. How many times have you found yourself scrolling through social media only to realize that hours have passed and you haven't gained anything from it? The dopamine rush of a quick laugh, a funny video, or the latest meme can be addicting. But in the end, it doesn't build skills, foster creativity, or help you grow as a person. On the other hand, time spent focusing on personal development directly impacts your growth, productivity, and well-being. It's the difference between spending hours on activities that provide fleeting satisfaction and investing time in things that will truly elevate your life in the long run. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and how we choose to spend those hours determines our outcomes. Imagine how much more we could accomplish if we dedicated just an hour or two each day to personal development, instead of mindlessly consuming entertainment. That's an extra hour or two of learning, practicing, or honing skills that will help us move closer to our goals. It's a small sacrifice, but it pays enormous dividends over time. Personal development can take many forms: reading a book, listening to an educational podcast, taking an online course, practicing a new skill, journaling, or meditating. All of these activities will expand your knowledge, improve your mindset, and help you develop new habits. When you replace entertainment time with personal development time, you're not only setting yourself up for success, but you're also investing in yourself. You are saying, "I'm worth this time. My growth is more important than temporary distractions." Take reading, for example. If you replace just 30 minutes of television or social media scrolling each day with reading, you can finish an entire book each week. That's 52 books in a year. Think about the amount of knowledge and wisdom you could acquire if you were consistently learning from the best minds in history, authors, leaders, innovators, and experts in your field. Books have the power to change the way you think, offer new perspectives, and open doors to new possibilities. By dedicating time to reading every day, you expand your intellectual capacity, increase your understanding, and strengthen your decision-making abilities. Listening to podcasts or audiobooks is another excellent way to make the most of your time. You can listen while you commute, exercise, or do chores around the house. This allows you to consume valuable content while still managing your daily responsibilities. The key here is to focus on content that adds value to your life, topics that will help you grow mentally, emotionally, or professionally. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Many people have already done the work of researching, experimenting, and perfecting the principles you need to succeed. All you have to do is absorb that information and apply it to your life. In addition to reading and listening to educational content, you can also invest your time in skill-building activities. If there's something you've always wanted to learn or improve upon, whether it's a new language, a musical instrument, a sport, or a craft, now is the perfect time to dive in. Instead of mindlessly binge-watching TV shows, start dedicating time to practicing and developing new skills. Consistency is key here. Just like anything else, the more you practice, the better you get. And the more you develop new skills, the more opportunities you'll have in life. Whether you want to boost your career, build a side business, or just become a more well-rounded individual, mastering new skills is one of the most powerful ways to improve your life. Replacing entertainment with personal development doesn't mean you have to eliminate entertainment altogether. The goal is to create a balance. You don't need to stop watching TV or having fun. You can still enjoy entertainment, but you must be intentional about how much time you allocate to it. Entertainment can be a valuable form of relaxation, but it should never come at the expense of your personal growth. If you're serious about achieving your goals, it's important to prioritize activities that contribute to your development over activities that provide momentary pleasure. Think about the long-term impact of replacing just 1 hour of entertainment each day with personal development. That's 365 hours in a year, an entire work week spent on improving yourself. The results of this shift can be life-changing. Imagine the knowledge, skills, and mindset you could cultivate in that time. You could learn to negotiate better, develop more emotional intelligence, improve your fitness, start a side business, or learn a new language. The possibilities are endless, and it all starts with a simple shift in how you choose to spend your time. The reality is that personal development is the most important investment you can make. It is the foundation for everything else in your life, your career, your relationships, your health, and your overall happiness. When you invest time in personal development, you're not only improving your skills and knowledge, but you're also improving your self-discipline, focus, and resilience. These are the traits that will help you succeed in all areas of life. One of the biggest obstacles to replacing entertainment time with personal development time is overcoming the habit of instant gratification. Entertainment provides immediate pleasure, while personal development often requires patience and long-term effort. It can be tempting to choose the quick fix of a funny video or an exciting TV show instead of the more challenging but rewarding path of learning and growth. However, if you can learn to delay gratification and focus on the long-term rewards of personal development, you'll be setting yourself up for lasting success. The key is to make personal development a habit. The more you make time for it, the more natural it becomes. Soon you'll start to look forward to your personal development time, knowing that it will move you closer to your goals. Replacing entertainment time with personal development doesn't just improve your skills and knowledge, it also improves your mindset. By consciously choosing to invest in yourself, you build self-respect and self-worth. You send the message to yourself that your growth matters, that you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself. This shift in mindset is powerful. It shifts you from being a passive consumer of entertainment to an active creator of your own success. You become the architect of your future, and with each passing day, you move closer to realizing your full potential. Ultimately, it all comes down to the choices you make. Every day you're faced with decisions about how to spend your time. Will you choose entertainment, or will you choose personal development? The decision is yours, but the impact of your choices will echo through your life. Choose wisely. Every moment spent in personal development is an investment in your future, a step closer to achieving your goals, and a reflection of your commitment to growth. Don't let entertainment steal your time. Make the conscious decision to replace it with activities that will help you become the person you were always meant to be. Chapter 10. Reflect every night on how much smarter you became. At the end of each day, there's an opportunity for you to check in with yourself, to pause and reflect on the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the ways in which you've grown. This is a practice that not only helps you stay focused on your path, but also accelerates your personal growth. Reflecting on how much smarter you've become each night before sleep is a powerful habit that can shift the trajectory of your life. It shifts your focus from the obstacles and challenges to the learning experiences and knowledge you've gained, which are crucial for success. The habit of reflecting each night on how much smarter you've become isn't just about intellectual growth, though that's an important part of it. It's about deepening your awareness of your own development, your emotional growth, your improved thinking patterns, and your ability to solve problems. It's about recognizing the progress you've made in a day, whether that's through learning something new, applying your knowledge, or improving your decision-making. Many people go through their days, often in a rush, trying to check off tasks, deal with challenges, and keep up with the endless demands of life. They might never take the time to sit back and appreciate their own growth. They might not even realize how much smarter they've become over time. But this kind of reflection, done every night, shifts that focus. It shifts your mindset from feeling stuck in the moment to feeling empowered and progressive. It tells your brain, look at what I've learned, look at what I've done, look at how I've grown. Reflection is an incredibly powerful tool for reinforcing your progress and understanding your own potential. It allows you to track your personal evolution, ensuring that you're constantly developing your mind and becoming more capable, more competent, and more confident. When you reflect on your day, ask yourself, what did I learn today that I didn't know yesterday? It could be something small, like a new skill you practiced, or a piece of knowledge you picked up from a book. Or it could be a broader realization, such as an important lesson you learned from a challenge or mistake. You may have learned to handle a difficult situation with more patience or clarity. Maybe you solved a problem at work with creative thinking, or perhaps you applied a new strategy in your personal life that led to a positive change. Every day, you have the opportunity to learn something new, and when you make it a point to reflect on your daily intelligence and growth, you begin to see the progress that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. It allows you to connect the dots of your life, how each day of learning, of self-improvement, adds up to an entirely new version of you. This nightly practice of reflection can also boost your self-confidence. You begin to trust yourself more because you are aware of your ability to adapt and grow. Each reflection is a small act of validation that tells you, yes, you're getting smarter, yes, you're making progress, yes, you are capable of learning, evolving and improving. This confidence can then propel you into the next day, more prepared and focused on your goals. The more you reflect on your growth, the more you fuel your belief in your own potential. This positive reinforcement drives you to seek more opportunities to learn and grow, creating a cycle of self-improvement. Importantly, reflecting on your intelligence and growth also helps you become more strategic in your learning. When you take the time to consider what you've learned, you gain valuable insights into your strengths and weaknesses. You may start to notice patterns in your learning habits or recognize areas where you can improve. For example, if you reflect and realize that you learned a lot about time management today, you might recognize that it's an area that's crucial to your success. The next day, you can choose to focus even more on enhancing that skill. Or if you noticed a challenge in understanding a particular concept, you can be intentional in seeking out ways to learn it better the next day. As you get into the habit of reflecting on your intelligence, you begin to understand that learning is not just a matter of accumulating knowledge. It's about mastering the ability to apply that knowledge to your life. It's about the improvement in how you think, the way you approach problems, and your capacity to make decisions. When you reflect each night, you deepen this understanding. You acknowledge the wisdom you've gained and the capacity for growth that lies within you. Another benefit of this nightly reflection is that it helps you see setbacks from a new perspective. Every day won't be a perfect day of growth, and some challenges may seem discouraging at first. But when you reflect on how you've gotten smarter, even after a difficult day, you begin to see the value in struggle and discomfort. You begin to understand that setbacks are not failures, but learning experiences in disguise. They provide valuable lessons that can shape your future growth. By focusing on the smarter, more capable version of yourself each night, you start to embrace challenges as opportunities to expand your knowledge and experience. This practice can also help you set clearer intentions for your future growth. When you reflect on your learning each night, you have the chance to assess where you are in your development and identify areas you'd like to improve. Reflection provides the clarity necessary to understand what you truly want to focus on in the days ahead. Perhaps you realize you need to read more, or that you want to develop a new skill. Reflection gives you the space to recalibrate and align your actions with your goals. The key to making this habit effective is consistency. Reflecting on your intelligence and growth each night won't be valuable if it's something you do only once in a while. You need to make it a daily practice, just like any other habit that supports your growth. At first it may feel awkward or forced, but over time it will become second nature. It will become an essential part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or getting a good night's sleep. Ultimately, the practice of reflecting on how much smarter you've become each day cultivates a mindset of growth. It teaches you to appreciate the learning process, to find satisfaction in your evolution, and to take pride in your progress. When you reflect, you begin to see that you are not stagnant, you are not standing still. You are always becoming, always improving, and always developing. This daily habit reminds you of your potential, and it ensures that every day is a step forward. So make it a priority to reflect each night. When you lay your head down to sleep, take a few moments to review your day. Ask yourself, how much smarter did I become today? You will be amazed at how much you have learned, how far you've come, and how powerful this simple habit can be in shaping your growth.